to 42 North 78 West Sports Show. Here's your host, Sebastian.
All right, everybody, welcome to the 42 North 78 West Sports Show. That's all I got to say. You know what? Well, okay, you know what? Let's just go to this. I'm joined by Kevin and Alex. What's up, guys?
Hi.
And, hey, we got a new co-host. He's been on the show. We're going to introduce our brand new Zach Kamich. Come on, give him a round of applause. Get him a round of applause. Come on.
Welcome aboard.
Come on.
What's up?
Welcome
What's
aboard to the
up?
show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Glad to have you officially now.
Oh, you're having me every week,
No.
so I'll say thanks.
Yeah. We officially have you.
Signed the
So,
contract the other day.
That's true.
okay, we got
It's
to.
not enough. We'll talk about it, but
We're gonna have to talk about this game that just happened yesterday.
We don't have to.
No, we gotta talk. We gotta talk about it.
We don't.
We gotta talk about it. No, it's just, you know what? But stick around because we are gonna have Saps, who has been on the show before. He will be joining us just in a bit after we talk about our good old Buffalo Bills. But we gotta talk about it. Here's the thing: if you're gonna be in the red zone and you're in the AFC East, or not, sorry, AFC Championship, AFC Championship game, why do you kick the field goal? And I'm going to be real honest. Now I get it. McDermott came out and said, well, we needed points. I want points. Yeah, but I want more points. You're facing the number one offense in the NFL. I get it. But what a terrible game. I mean, Allen threw for almost 287 yards. Didn't feel like it. He had it almost not the greatest game. He looked lost out there. He was calling audibles. I didn't see the Josh I saw all season. And I'm not going to give credit to Nick Wright. Nick Wright, no. Not at all.
He doesn't get credit.
Doesn't get any credit. But if you're a Bills fan, yes, it is a tough one. But here's the thing. I'm excited because we have a team that's still going to be around for next year. And you know what? They're going to learn. You know what? Stephon Diggs, you know what? He did sit and watched the Chiefs celebrate. That's motivation for next season. You know what? We're going to make it back there. What do you think?
I think
Ed?
so too. I'm excited about the future. I'm still proud of this team, proud of this organization with the season we had, as sad as it is. It's just, I don't know, just a letdown. Like it's okay. So I said it going into it going into the playoffs. I said, just get me a crack at KC. And if we lose to KC, I can accept it. And
Come on,
but it still hurts.
Come on, let us know how you
It still
feel. Let
hurts.
us know how
So-
you feel.
But okay, so the thing is while I do agree, I believe in Allen, I believe in McDermott, I believe in the organization that we will be back.
Mm-hmm.
But it still just hurts because you never know. I mean, look at the Philadelphia Eagles. Luckily for them, they won their Super Bowl that they made it to. They won the Super
Well,
Bowl.
they're the underdogs that season, right?
Yeah.
They
They won that Super Bowl. But what if they didn't? What if they came up short in that game? And you think like, oh, it's all right. Carson Wentz is, a great young quarterback. We're going to be fine. We'll be back here again. Was it 3-4 years later now? And they're a joke. Now, I'm not saying that's the path we're going down. I'm just saying you never know. All right. But I'm not saying that I think that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying I still believe in everyone with the organization right now. But again, you never know. So I'm disappointed. I'm just like, whenever you're there,
down.
whenever you have
Come
the
on.
No,
Come on,
I'm just saying, whenever
Al.
you have the chance, it sucks to come up short. It sucks to come up short. That's all I'm trying to say.
my biggest takeaway from this game is to beat Kansas City, you cannot be one-dimensional. So throwing the ball, that was our offensive plan all year. It's worked out for us. Allen was phenomenal. Diggs, Beasley, all those guys. But you look at Kansas City, when we played them during the regular season, they ran all over us. And then what did they do yesterday? They threw all over us. Kelsey, Hill, those guys were phenomenal. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do this offseason because, we didn't really have much of a run game, and whether if it was just scheme, our offensive line, our offensive line was great pass blocking, but not so much run blocking.
Hey, I gotta love the fire that the team gave on the thing. Here's the thing: Chris Jones should have been knocked out of that game in the second quarter.
Yeah, how do you
was
miss?
dirty.
How do you miss that call?
30.
It was dirt. That was dirty. And then what? And then Allen kind of just tossed.
Oh, and then people are crying. And there are people crying about, dude, you threw the ball at him
Yeah, he
like it's
threw
a
the ball.
football.
He's wearing
No.
a helmet.
Yeah, he's
The ball weighs what, 3 pounds?
Yeah, it
like,
was-
and they were crying about.
no,
like,
but here's the thing. I love that Feliciano, and I love how Deion Dawkins stood up for his quarterback. Yeah, he was showboating over him, like, yeah, we get it. You tossed the football at his head. But here's the thing. I love that Feliciano and Dawkins showed their frustrations that, yes, they were playing a dirty game, and Chris Jones should be even playing in 2 weeks.
And that says a lot, too, about the team because I don't know if you guys remember back in the regular season with the Dallas Cowboys when Andy Dalton took that nasty hit when he slid, and I think it was John Bostic hit him while he was sliding, knocked his helmet right off everything, and nobody on the Cowboys did a thing. But if someone does that to Allen, we know, Dawkins, Feliciano, they're be coming and they're gonna be looking to fight because that's culture right there. They're gonna stick up for their guy, and that just shows how close the team is.
Zach, what do you got on this?
There's two things I want to talk about. The first thing is the sequence of plays right after the Devin Singletary drop in the early second quarter. It was 2nd and 7 from our own 49. Allen floated one into Singletary's hands, and obviously he dropped it. We all know. But what happened after that, I think, is what really turned the tide and what was devastating for the Bills. Because then after that, it was 3rd and 7. Allen took that grounding penalty, and obviously grounding, you lose your down, so we punted. But the Chiefs, their 1st and 10 play was that Mecole Hardman 50-yard play. And then 3 plays later, they're in the end zone. Made it 14-9. And from that, they didn't look back. I think sometimes it's those little plays that can be. I'm not going to say that that's why we lost, but sometimes those are the little things that can turn the tide of games and really help or hurt you, and depending on either situation. The second thing I want to talk about is how well Kansas City disguised their coverages and their blitzes pre-snap, and made Josh overanalyze the line of scrimmage. Audible into a play that he thought was going to be good, and then right before the snap, Kansas City goes into their blitz scheme or coverage, and then they have Buffalo's play sniffed out. Happened all night. I noticed it during the game, and then obviously listening to stuff today that a lot of different people talked about how well Kansas City's defense schemed up Buffalo's offense.
That's like the whole thing with they knew like we were gonna try to win the game with throwing the ball all game. So they're like, if we shut down Allen, they're not gonna run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And Kansas City, I believe, has the 19th or 20th rush defense in the league. But I think they knew coming into this game that we were gonna be looking to throw the ball. So
Allen had his rushing yards. He had 88. But most of them came on scrambles. But I think that's where Josh really excels a lot is the scramble game. But you can only do that so much without having, backs out of your backfield being able to carry the ball.
That drop really, I think, changed the game.
Yeah.
To that point, I mean, we weren't dominating, but we were,
Not
we were
even
winning,
in
but it
control,
was-
but we were starting to drive.
yeah, exactly. He makes that catch. He had a lot of
he-
green
no, he
ahead.
has- I was
gonna
he
say,
had
nobody
several-
was
a lot
there.
of green ahead.
He
That's a
had-
first down and more, and
you're in
you
Casey's
set up
territory.
to take to go up. It would have been 3 scores at that time.
Yeah, it would have been a 3-quarter score lead.
I mean,
it's
though
that-
you can't make mistakes like that against the Chiefs. I mean, it's again, like you said, that's not the only reason we lost, but the game wasn't the same from that point on.
no,
as
it's here's the thing. We're understand. We're Bills fans. We had it. We were there. It was the season that we thought, you know what, it's our time. It was our time. Of all the times we've been knocked out, we finally were there. It was heartbreaking because we thought this was going to be the season. But here's the thing: the Bills are going to be back, and you know what, they're going to be back. I think next year
100%.
we might get that one more piece that's going to even make us even more great.
Well, one last thought is remember when KC was on the rise and they met New England in the AFC Championship game a few years ago?
Yep.
That was that heartbreaking loss in overtime. Well, what happened the year after? KC rose to the top and they took over. So let's see how we respond next year.
Yeah, we'll see how we see. because McDermott does a great job of drafting, and Brandon Bean. They do a great job of drafting. So I know there's a good class coming up. So
2
who
words.
knows? What's your 2 words?
Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. So if you made, all right, let's talk about the one thing that happened great on that day. Come on, the Sabres. Come on, the Sabres won. Come on.
Who would've
Come
thought?
on, who would have thought? Now we're gonna bring
The positive.
Wait.
The positive in
Hey.
Buffalo sport actually being the Sabres right now.
No, but we're gonna bring in someone. He's been on the show before. You'll see him on his channel on the Saps YouTube channel. Does a lot of Rangers. Oh my God, Rangers pre-games, post games, and he's a massive Yankees fan, which we love him for. So let's bring in Saps. What's going on, man?
What is going on,
Yo,
Welcome back.
What's up?
What's up, my man? Yo,
How you guys been?
no, we're doing great.
We're hanging in there.
We're hanging in, but
We're
we're getting in there. Hey, the Sabres won. There was some that
They
started
did.
off good that day, you
Yeah.
know.
Back
nice
in
little-
the win column,
Yeah, face
Yeah, that right.
Three out of a possible 4 points this weekend. I'll take it.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
No, we'll get into the Rangers in a bit, but we're gonna just recap our quick game versus the Capitals. What I saw, it's still the same thing I've been complaining about is these lines are not right. Like we said, why isn't Jeff Skinner with Eric Stahl? Why is he still? Was he still playing on the 4th line? Because I
Yep,
even
he was
stopped
still
looking.
with Curtis
What
Lazar
is he
and
still-
Riley Shahan.
What's he doing there?
You're telling me? I don't know.
Oh,
I've been asking that since training camp. I mean, Skinner's been awesome. He hasn't been putting up the points, but he's gotten so many chances. Like he's been so snake bitten. Like Zach tweeted the other day. He's been all over the place. He's been generating so much offense while playing with Curtis Lazar and Riley Shahan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at the same time, if you want, I'll play devil's advocate here. Skinner may be rising Lazar and Shahan's play, because Lazar's got 2 goals in the early year. He didn't do that now playing with Skinner. I mean, I'm not saying I disagree with you by any means. I also think Skinner at his $9 million should be playing in the top 6. But I mean, if who knows? I wanna understand it like nobody's business,
but
I just can't.
It's too many numbers, too much math.
Yeah. Just say, show me the chart. Show me the chart, and if it
Right.
says like he's good, okay,
Hey.
cool, all right.
But it was such a game yesterday that I was happy. Come on, I could. I'm still not the brightest thing in hockey, but I'm really getting into it, man. Here's the thing: the goalkeeping has been a little shaky still. Allmark has been pretty good.
He came
Would
through in the shootout.
Would I like to go to McDonald's and get a McFlurry? Yes.
You stole that joke from me.
You're welcome. I had
You better credit me. That.
Wow.
I told that joke from Kevin.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
That was
You'll hear
cold.
from lawyer. Okay.
Copyright.
No, Kevin, thanks for your writing. You have a great writing material.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Almer came through in the shootout though on Sunday. He even did well in the shootout Friday night. Besides, the one shot that Carlson had, but I mean, that was it. Someone else has to score there in the shootout. Hall it.
Ryan post, I think.
Post. Yeah. Okay. Because I'm getting confused because I know Jack had Hall had a penalty shot yesterday too,
And
and
he
then
had
we went to a
post
shootout
up.
again. So
How about
Yeah.
Middlestead getting an opportunity in the shootout?
Why?
Why
is
is
he?
he-
in the
Yeah.
shootout though, his hands are sick.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
score.
I mean, if you got to use him for something, at least send him out there in the shootout. I mean, he's not going to do much else, but
yeah, it was.
I mean, I didn't mind seeing him play. Like, you got to see what he can do. You got to mix him in there every once in a while. And if you can't play, if they can't play Cousins all 56 games with the condensed schedule and all that, because he's not in full shape yet. He's only 19, but
I feel
like this is such a tough year to try to get guys to see what they can do.
because
Yeah.
Because
it's
it's such a condensed year. There's only 56 games. You
Yeah.
can't really.
Yeah, they're all
You can't
me.
be like,
Like,
oh,
here, Casey Middlestad. Here's 15 games to see if you can play.
I get it. I understand, but I don't know. If you have to sit Cousins, like they're saying they have to, they got to give him some rest here and there. Then,
Which is
Which is fine.
Him
Him being a rookie, I have no problem with them doing that. Not at all.
yeah. But like in that case, I'm just saying like Middlestead would be the guy that I would want to just, if you're gonna sit him, why not, throw Middlestead in there? And I don't know. He didn't.
No,
I
it
don't
was
think
it
it was
was a big
horrible.
surprise because a lot of people were saying, well, wait, like it was like because you would have thought Taylor Hall would have been in that position, right? Because he was third, right?
Shootout?
Yeah, in the shootout, yeah.
Did a Hall go
To
yet?
full shoot?
I don't think he did.
Did he shoot?
No.
No, he didn't.
No,
No, Michael Middlestad had to.
Oh, that's right. Because we.
Allmark had three saves.
Three
Yeah,
saves.
that's right. Because they shot they shot first.
They went
They went Carlson, Oshie, and Backstrom, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's about as much we could probably get from that victory. Now, hey, Saps, you know what's coming up tomorrow, right? You know what's coming.
Big
Hey,
games.
it's a big game. Is it a big game?
The bottom
Big game.
feeders of the
Is it-
division. The bottom
I think
feeders of the
it's-
division.
It's a big game.
Battle for the bottom seed.
Yeah.
They're
They're
only
only 2 and 4 points out of playoff spots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's the part. Yeah.
It's never
It's never too
early
early
to
to start
talk
talking about playoffs.
Nope.
Not this season, at least.
No, but so Saps. So what do you think the matchups you think will be? Coming up tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah, well, I believe Linus Olmar should get the start tomorrow for Buffalo. And the Rangers already confirmed Alexander Georgiev. So it'll be the battle of the young goaltenders. But I think it's going to be an exciting game. I mean, these are two teams, both from New York. It's going to be a fast-paced, hard-hitting game. It's going to be fun to watch, I'll tell you that. The Rangers, they've been playing good. The last two games against the Penguins, they had the two games in Pittsburgh. They lost both of them, lost one in a shootout. And they had leads in both of those games. So the Rangers are trying to look for their winning ways and trying to keep leads. Buffalo's trying to establish themselves. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun game. I believe it will be.
Yeah, I'm excited because we here's the thing. I'm gonna say the Sabres have been facing probably the most toughest teams in the division. Now I don't know
Yeah,
how they're gonna be, Saps, nothing against you, man. We are
Okay.
it is gonna be we're all gonna be facing two teams that are very struggling right now. So it's gonna be to see which team is the better team. So it's gonna be quite a success. So Alex, I see you looking over there. What you got
Yeah.
over there?
I was going to say, so I know it's very early, so it's small sample size, but which one of the two goaltenders have kind of, I guess stood out, or kind of if either one of them have separated themselves so far? I know it's small sample size, but
For the Rangers goalies?
yes, yeah,
Igor Shesterkin did look shaky last game, but I have my confidence in him. I think he is the Rangers' number one goaltender. Alexander Georgiev had a really good game, too, against the Islanders. That's when he got a shutout. And then, you had to throw him in the third game of the season against the Devils and haven't played since then. Shesterkin came in, lost 2 games to Pittsburgh. He played really good the first game, let in a couple soft goals the second game. If Alexander Georgiev plays really well against the Sabres in game 1 especially, he'll definitely get the start in game 2. And I think David Quinn, the coach of the Rangers right now, is just looking for the hot hand to ride. Even though I do think Igor Shesterkin is the number one goaltender, I said before the season started that one of these goalies is going to end up playing themselves out of the starting position. And early on, within 5 games, it is Igor Shesterkin currently playing himself out. But I still have a lot of confidence in him. So, yeah, it's kind of a mix right now still. I would love to see Igor Shesterkin get the start again tomorrow, but I completely understand why you're going Georgiev.
What do you think? We got on that, Zach.
I was gonna ask,
do you think that Shesterkin being so young and this being a COVID year, do you think that has anything to do with his slow start?
And I hear a lot of people saying, he doesn't have Hank to fall on anymore. And yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's not like he's a 21-year-old goalie. He is 25. Like I said, he did play in Russia. He's a professional goaltender. So I think he's just got to stop worrying about what other people are gonna think, because he is following Henrik Lundqvist, one of the greatest goaltenders to ever play. So I think he's got to take a little more pressure on himself. But I do think the shortened season might affect him a little bit.
Yeah, this is gonna be this is we got.
I was gonna say those are big shoes to fill, for Henrik Lundqvist.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in New York, I'm sure you guys are probably hard on your goaltenders because of that. I mean,
Exactly.
I felt the same here too with having like Dominic Hasek and Ryan Miller for years. So I mean, I feel like we've been a little spoiled with our goalies as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, Fleury? Hey, anyone?
If the money can work,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
it'd be tough to do, but if the money can work,
how many years does he have left? And what? Because then, what are you gonna do at Hall?
yeah.
And I saw Skinner playing on the fourth line. I think it was like maybe one of the first few games. He's still on the fourth line.
Yes.
We don't have our lines over here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy thing because he should be playing with Eric Stahl because there was that connection with their teammates before. So why is he not next to Eric Stahl? It's
Not even that. At least in the top six, you're getting paid $9 million.
Yeah,
Whatever.
right.
Getting
Yeah,
paid.
that's a big. Yeah, that's a big factor.
I mean,
as
you
well.
guys say he's playing good, so I mean, he'll end up scoring a hat trick game one against the Rangers most likely.
Sign me up.
Yeah, he's Jeff Skinner. He's been there before. 30-goal scorer. I think he'll break out of the shell.
Yeah,
I think so too. I
We
think
thought so last year, too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just his career has always been like that. He's been back and forth.
Very streaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if he ends up getting one soon, I think he will go on a tear. But he's got to get it first.
Yeah.
But
hey, it's gonna be fun to watch Tuesday and Thursday. Hey, we live streaming that, Alex? You think so?
we could.
Yeah, we could. Maybe we'll give
Least one of
Saps a
them,
call while we're doing it.
Yeah.
And be like, hey man, how's the game going?
I can do Tuesday. I will be
Okay.
I'll be upstate on Thursday.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're actually doing reaction videos Thursday, Saturday, and they won't be uploaded until Monday.
Oh, okay.
So the second Sabres game will be up Monday, and then another game with Pittsburgh Saturday will be also up on Monday. So
All right, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we can find something to do some. But hey, Zach, there's something
Anything-
you want to there's something you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get to that, anything new on Tony D'Angelo's burner accounts?
You know, it's funny because when they were first leaked on Twitter, I fell asleep and I took a nap and I woke up and I had like 4 texts from my friends. Like, did you see the stuff about Tony's accounts? And I was like, what? I don't know if it's true. If it is, I don't understand why. Like, why are you doing this? But
You
Yeah,
You
he's
can
definitely
understand
Kevin
Kevin Durant, but
That was, he's I don't know. Tony D'Angelo, his name.
And it's
I don't
it's
know.
not like
he's a
superstar, right?
You know.
You know,
know?
I thought he's solid.
I mean,
Yeah,
sure,
sure,
he's
but it's
like
like a
offensive
talking
points.
about Durant.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, fast.
no, go ahead.
All right,
I was saying about Durant, like he's a superstar and he's real fragile. There we go. But Tony D'Angelo isn't that household name in the NHL.
That's that.
You know,
what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 4th in points in offensive scoring, but he's always had his defensive troubles. So, I mean, he was scratched for, I think, 2 games, played last night. And I don't even remember because he was so invisible the last couple of games. I don't even remember which games he was scratched for. But, I mean, he definitely has not had a good start to the season. And I think a lot of this outside attention is kind of hurting him. I mean, whether he wants it or not, it's hurting him and the team. Like, I see a lot of Ranger fans on Twitter just hating on him. I try to look at it from a hockey perspective always, especially when I'm evaluating a player's skill. He just hasn't been there this season, so we'll see what happens.
I think he's already kind of looked like down like negatively, like just personality wise, like it seems on social media from what I see. But so if he's not playing well either, that only adds
Two
more
wrongs
to
don't
it.
make
Two
it
wrongs,
right.
right?
But
so
big trade over the weekend, huh?
Winnipeg
and
and Columbus talking
some superstars. Pierre-Luc Dubois going to Winnipeg and Patrick Laine going to Winnipeg. What do you think?
Listen, I had a lot of Ranger fans like tweeting at me saying like, "Oh, we should have got Dubois. We should have got Dubois." I mean, I don't know how he's gonna fit in Winnipeg, but I think the Laine and Roslovic fitting in Columbus is gonna be outstanding. I think Jack Roslovic, I wanted him on the Rangers a couple seasons ago when he was first starting to like be on the rise. Very underrated depth center. I think he'll fit right in Columbus' system, especially with the way John Tortorella coaches. Patrick Laine is a bona fide goal scorer. I mean, I think in a defensive system like Columbus, he might be able to learn the 200-foot game a little bit more. Winnipeg's full of centers. So, I mean, Dubois, right now I would have him slotted in a second or a third line center. And they got Scheifele, they got Stastny. I don't know how he's going to fit in Winnipeg, but I think Winnipeg is looking for that one thing to put them over the hump. You know, we've seen them come really close. They were in the Western Conference Final a couple seasons ago. I think it was Vegas who they lost to, and I think Winnipeg's just trying to find that next step because they have the Vezina winning goaltender. It's Connor Hellebuyck, one of the best goaltenders in the league. And I think Winnipeg has made a lot of moves over the last couple seasons to try to improve the team, and I hope this trade would help them. I don't really know. I don't think it was really Dubois' personality clashing with Torts so much as he just didn't want to be there anymore. Like, Pierre-Luc Dubois did not want to play in Columbus. And I mean, sure, it might have a little something to do with Tortorella, but that's how Tortorella coaches. Like, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I hope it works out for both of them.
It looks to me almost that it needed to be a change of scenery situation for both of them. You know, piggybacking off of your point, Saps, about how that's how Torts is, and not every guy in this day and age really vibes with that, you know, rough type of coach. You know, Lindy's like that too. It surprised me that he even, you know, got hired in New Jersey because, you know, that's not the coaching style that a lot of guys take to anymore. So I think getting out of there, I think, helped him definitely. And then on the flip side, having Laine go to Columbus, where, like you said, he's a bona fide goal scorer. You know, that's all he's gonna do. He's gonna start scoring goals again. I personally think that he overstayed his welcome in Winnipeg and he just wanted out.
It's crazy. I don't think we've seen a trade really this big since like maybe the Taylor Hall trade to Jersey.
Yeah.
Like with the magnitude, because of course Adam Larson isn't the skill level of Dubois or Laine, but just like the magnitude of this trade is kind of crazy.
Even the Subban trade.
Or the Subban trade too.
Yeah. I'm not really on board. I really don't much about this trade. I'm honestly learning from you guys because I'm just like over here learning. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. But do you have anything else to add on to that, Zach?
I was just real quickly. I think that
Columbus is going to benefit more because Laine is the goal scorer.
So, like you mentioned with Laine and Tortorella, I don't know. I think that I think that could either go really well and he does kind of learn how to play defense, or that's going to go very poorly. I think it could go either way. I could see either way happening.
Kevin, you got anything to add to it, or you got a bunch?
No, I mean, just the casual fan over here. Like, I know Laine scores goals, and I was kind of keep following along with like the whole Tortorella and Dubois, just seeing how, you know, he'd play like 3 minutes in the first period, and then like he'd set him the whole second period. So,
I mean, we were in on Dubois till the end. I wasn't sure how we would make it work, especially looking at the deal now. Like I listened to on the Instigators, they had Elliot Friedman on there, and he said that they're looking, especially like Columbus's GM, he's known for doing kind of player-for-player swaps, like he did Johansson for Seth Jones. So they talked about like if the trade will most likely end up being kind of like a player, like 1-for-1 or 2-for-1 swap, like it ended up being. So they
they would have taken a Bozo's contract.
That's very much thinking, but
I know we're grasping at straws after the fact, but
investigators like Craig, Andrew, and Marty, they brought up so the player from the Sabres that would work would be Reinhardt, right? And Elliot Friedman was like, no, they would ask for Eichel. And they're like, what? They just snapped. They're like, absolutely not. They're like, no, not a chance.
That actually reminds me of.
And I even I'm like, are you out of your mind? Like,
oh wait, yeah, that reminds me too. Hold on. So I did read an article right before I was doing research on the stuff, and there was an article about Jack Eichel. Well, one day, it is. Jack Eichel will end up one day on the Rangers. That was the title of the article. Either he's going to get traded or he's going to somehow end up on the Rangers. Now, I'm guessing, Zach, you probably read that entire article, didn't you?
Yeah, I read that when it came out.
I think I sent it in our Twitter group with Alan and Kevin originally, but I read it and I was like, the pandemic just started, so everyone was sad. I needed some comedy material. Like
whether Jack wants out or not, it's like the Sabres aren't going to do it.
And if they do, it's not going to be
for me, Zibanejad.
Well, it could be for Zibanejad, but it's Zibanejad plus. A lot of Ranger fans. No offense, Saps. I'm just saying.
No,
what I saw on Twitter.
I know. I already know what you're about to say. Eichel's worth so much more than just Zibanejad.
But and it wasn't just Ranger fans. It was all fans of all teams, Bruins fans, everywhere. They were all like putting out proposals, and they would be like their third line center, bottom six defenseman in like 2 seconds.
Do you remember the article that the one
Blackhawks page put out for a bunch of prospects for Eichel? That one was the best. Not even a named player.
That was fun. Yeah.
I think the way if Eichel leaves Buffalo and goes to Chicago, it's got to be for Kane, because we've been hearing that a lot too the last couple months, that there's not that good of a relationship. The relationship's struggling right now with Patrick Kane and management. So
I think for that would be a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because their contracts are similar. Similar enough.
I mean, the only thing Buffalo would kind of miss out on is Eichel's a center, Kane's a winger. So,
hey, Alex, hypothetically, would you take Jack Eichel for Patrick Kane that would guarantee a Stanley Cup?
If it guarantees a Stanley Cup, yes, I would, Dave.
Okay, you would.
I'd trade both my pinky toes for a Stanley Cup.
I know what?
All right,
I don't know, Zach.
But
okay. You weren't there.
Yeah,
Zach, if it guarantees you a cup.
Though. Whoa.
No.
All right, let's leave it. Let's leave it at there. But we gotta. Let's talk about. Let's talk about some baseball real quick. Now, Saps, I know you're a Yankees fan. Definitely a big Yankees fan. Now, there's a lot of teams in the MLB that are making some moves that are gonna be threats. Because the New York Mets have been buying a lot, and the Blue Jays. So if you're the Yankees, well, go over the luxury tax. That's what you do.
Yeah.
It's who we are. It's what we do. Love you, Micah.
No, but Alex, what do you think of the move so far?
I like what they're doing a lot. It took a while. It was a slow off season, but that's just kind of how the baseball off seasons are these times. But I love. There's a lot of risk. Kluber coming off an injury. Jameson Taillon is coming off an injury. But you didn't give up anything for Taillon. And Kluber, it's only a 1-year deal. So it could, if it works out, that could be one of the best rotations in all of baseball, if not the best. Led by Garrett Cole, and then when you get Severino back in August, that will be deadly in the postseason.
Yeah, it could be. It's gonna be fun to see, because I want to see Lindor. There's a lot of big names that move, like Lindor going to the Mets. I even forgot about that, because that was done right in the middle of the NFL season, and I was like, wait, I forgot this man's gonna be wearing a different jersey than the Cleveland Indians jersey. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a big
Cleveland baseball team. They're not the Indians anymore.
Whoa,
watch it there.
Whoa.
Watch it there.
Watch it.
Easy.
No, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun to watch, because I love doing FanDuel lineups and stuff on baseball, and it's always fun to know who's the hottest person. And it's February 17th. It's coming up. Start of spring training, and then the season starts in April. Which, hey, I wouldn't be mad.
And now that football season is over, while I'm enjoying the hockey season and I'm taking that in, but I am looking forward to warm weather and baseball, especially if we get to go to especially if fans can go to games. I mean,
Hey,
I want to take it in. I miss it.
Hey, it won't be that bad. Zach, you got anything on that?
Yeah, I just miss a beer and a dog at a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
want to talk real quick about the Ottavino trade to Boston. I'm gonna miss his slider. It was hit or miss, but when it was on,
Well, when it was on, but it hasn't been on since, like 2019, like August of 2019.
what was the package that came back anyway?
That we got in return.
Future.
Yeah.
I think it's future considerations and or cash considerations.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Just take the money and then throw it at somebody.
So, yeah. Basically.
That's what they're gonna end up doing, I think,
Yeah.
because they're right at the bridge of the luxury tax, and I think they're gonna use this money to either get a reliever or re-sign Brett Gardner.
Please,
I was just gonna
God.
say they're gonna try to keep Gardner.
Like if they bring him back, that's fine, but he should not be making more than $3 million. Like,
Yeah, no.
like it's fine. Like I like to have him around the locker room, but like last year he was making 10. Like he's not worth that at all anymore.
Just think about it. Aaron Hicks is making 11.
Yeah, and that's a steal for us.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Like, I don't like it. I know. I understand. Last year Gardner was coming off of a very good 2019 season, but like after last season that he had, you can't bring him back for anything. Like I said, anything more than $3 million.
And I'd like to hope we maybe can stay healthy. Maybe. I know that's a lot to ask for, but I'd rather see Clint Frazier getting more playing time instead of Brett Gardner.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, he's really came on last year.
Yeah, Clint's awesome. I mean, his name's gotten thrown around a lot in trades, but like
His bat's always been consistent, but
Yeah.
he finally had that. He can finally field now.
yeah,
So he's
You want a Gold Glove?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about that?
How
That was
ironic.
anything
Anything
unreal.
is possible.
That was incredible.
When I see.
That was incredible. Like I hope that's not just because it was a shortened season. He just happened to flash a few great plays along the way. I hope he actually kind of figured it out.
Yeah, right?
That'd be cool. Him and Judge on each corner.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
My only complaint now about the lineup is it's still just so right-handed heavy.
Yeah.
Which is why if
You
they
don't really
did
have
trade Clint, I would only do it if you're getting like a lefty in
You don't-
return.
You don't really have much help in switch hitting either.
Now all you have Hicks. That's
LeMahieu.
the only, he's ready.
I thought he was switched.
No,
That's
he's
my
just
bad.
ready. But I think it's
Yeah, I think
just
it's just Hicks.
Yeah, I think it is just Hicks. Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
And then Mike Ford and Mike Talkman are left-handed hitters.
Yeah.
That's it. And they're not everyday players
No.
yet.
Yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Ford.
No.
Mike Ford kind of fell off at
Yeah,
the end of
Ford
the season.
really
He
fell
just
He had a good couple weeks in like July.
I mean, even Talkman wasn't. I don't know.
Talkman you could use for trade bait.
Yeah, maybe.
You could try at least.
You can
I mean,
maybe
you
get
just
a
you just
decent
have so many
bullpen
outfielders.
arm. Yeah, no. You can maybe get a decent bullpen arm for him or something. I think.
Yeah.
Which is what we need right now. That's all I'm looking for right now. Like Saps mentioned, like that's what I want them to put the extra money towards is an upgrade from Ottavino in the bullpen.
I think like a guy like Alex Colome is still out there who would be a solid pickup.
Colome's still out there. I saw Trevor Rosenthal's name mentioned, which he would be another risk because he's coming off injury, but
Yeah.
but he was filthy
Can
before
have
his
Trevor
injury.
Bauer be
Seems to
along
be the
with it.
theme here.
Yeah, it's like the whole Yankee starting rotation this season is going to end up being like, except for Garrett Cole, guys who have come back from injury or suspension.
Right.
Yeah,
But they haven't pitched in more than a year.
Yeah, which is a little bit scary, especially knowing just our injury luck.
Yeah, it's a risk factor, absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm cool with taking the risk, especially on Tyon. I'm really excited about the Tyon trade.
Just
They
I
gave
mean-
up. They didn't give up like anything for him. None of those
Exactly.
prospects were-
It's kind of a low risk, high reward situation.
yeah.
I think you take the cash considerations you got from Ottavino and just put it in the medical staff.
or that.
Yeah, that's that actually might be way more valuable.
Right?
All right, so I think that's about all the time we got for our show. Saps, I want to thank you especially for coming back on the show. We got, I love talking smocky, I do
Yeah,
personally
it's
now.
fun.
I do personally now, But yeah, but no, I love how definitely when spring training comes back around, we should definitely have you on again. We're not going to be facing the Rangers until March after this, which is a little strange
That's
as well.
tough.
It's a little strange as well. Because
So that'll
we
be
faced because we faced the Caps 2 series in a row.
yeah.
But then we faced the Rangers twice, and then we won't face the Rangers. We'll face the Rangers once in March.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest schedule I've ever seen. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So I mean
That's annoying.
the next time we see the Rangers, the Yankees
It'd
will be
be
starting
all
up soon.
yeah. So we have if
that
we have
could work out
time, we could
well.
have a whole bunch to talk about. But
Yeah.
Saps,
What an episode that'll be.
Oh, yeah.
No, but Saps, thank you so much. I'll have your channel, of course, linked in the bottom of there. If you are a fan of my show, please go check them out. And of course, hey, this is the 42North 78West show. We're gonna have more things coming up, probably more in the future. We're gonna do a couple more things. I'm trying to make the show as best as I possibly can. We do have a bit of a gremlins here and there. It was a little bit of an echo. I did get a text. It was an echo, but it's fine. It's fine. It's only a baby echo. But thank you all again. I hope everyone has a good night, and I'll see you all later.
Peace.
Take care.